Make sure you save this video. This video will give you a proper understanding of the Language Cert academic test. I'm Malcolm. Make sure you follow the channel and share this video with as many friends as possible. Now let's start with the modules. There are 4 modules. Let's start with listening. Listening has 4 parts. The first part is about short dialogues, where you listen to each conversation 2 times. So every audio you can hear 2 times in the listening part. You'll have about 6 to 7 questions on this part. The second part is longer conversations, but as the document clearly says, it is MCQs only. Very simple compared to PT and IELTS. Part 3 again is a lecture or a talk where you have to fill in the blanks and match some of the words with the headings. Very simple. And remember, each audio plays 2 times. Part 4 is again group discussion and you have to match the content. So basically the strategy in all the listening questions should be that when the audio plays the first time, you try your best to mark your answers, and when it plays the second time, you double check your answers whether they are correct or you want to make changes. There is ample time. You got 40 minutes for only 30 total questions. Let's move on to reading. Reading, the first part is short text, which comprises MCQs and fill in the blanks. Very easy. And you also have a part called where you have to match the synonyms. For example, let's say there's a word which is highlighted in a sentence. You have to match the synonym. Like let's say the word is complicated and there are 3 words, so you have to choose the best synonym for the word complicated. It is basic school level English according to me. Part 2 is gap text, basically where you have to insert a sentence by dragging with the passage. Very simple in my opinion. Part 3 is comprehension, but again mostly with MCQs, and as well as you have the drag and drop options as well. So you need to understand the passage and match the correct sentence which fits well with the meaning of the passage. And part 4 is again matching for longer text, inference based. Inference means you have to deduce. Deduce means you have to read, understand and try to infer, means deduce what the passage or what that particular point in the passage is about. Total 30 questions, 50 minutes. Pretty easy compared to PT and IELTS. Writing. Now writing has 2 tasks. Exactly the same 2 tasks which are in IELTS academic are also there in LangCert academic, but the evaluation is simpler and the scoring criteria is more straightforward and more lenient according to us. The first task is report writing. You will have an image which could be a bar graph or a line chart, for example. You need to write a report. We have made the template. If you follow the template, 100% you will secure full marks or a very high writing score if you focus on your spelling and grammar, obviously, and content. This answer should be between 150 to 200 words. There is no independent timer. Like in PT, you have an independent timer for summarize written text and write essay. Remember, in LangCert academic writing, there is no independent timer. You can go back and forth. The second task is a formal essay, which should be more than 250 words for a higher score like C1 or a C2 score, which is like equivalent to 8 or 9 in PT or IELTS. What we recommend is anywhere between 230 or 240 to 280 words, ideally for a C1 C2 score, which will get you 20 points for your PR. We have made a template, a very high scoring template, and it is only one template, which means it's a universal template. Whether it's a problem solution essay, agree disagree essay, opinion essay, it will work. It is my guarantee. It is my template. It has to work. I'm damn sure about it. You get total 50 minutes, 2 questions, 50 minutes. And yes, as I already have covered, the writing duration as well as the word limit. The next is speaking. Speaking again is very similar to IELTS, but it is actually a combination of IELTS and PT both. Now please remember friends, speaking in LangCert academic will be with an actual person, which you call an interlocutor. So basically it will be with an actual person and you have to speak and give answers. The total duration is about 14 minutes. There are 4 parts. Part 1 is a basic introduction and question answer round. For example, tell me about yourself. Which is your favorite mode of transport? Which is your favorite food? What hobbies or which hobbies do you like to pursue? So on and so forth. You'll have total 5 questions in part 1 where you answer back to the questions which are asked to you. Part 2 is role playing. It is very similar to respond to a situation in PTE. A situation is given, you have to think you are in that situation and respond back. You get about 30 seconds and you can speak fluently based on your content strategy, which we will help you with. You'll have 2 questions in part 2. Now part 3 and part 4 just have 1 question each. Part 3 is read aloud from PTE. A passage which will be of 3 or 4 sentences will be there on your screen. You have to read it aloud in a natural way, fluently, with proper pronunciation in front of the examiner. Also, a follow-up question on your opinion on that passage will be asked to you. You get about 30 seconds to prepare and then you have to answer that question, which will be on that read aloud passage. So you're doing 2 things. First, you read it aloud exactly without mistakes, naturally, and then you answer by giving your opinion. The last part is called a presentation task. In this task, you will have an image, mostly a graph, like a bar graph or a pie chart or a line graph, etc. You have to describe it. So it is just like describe image in PT, but it is called a presentation task. You will have 1 minute to prepare and you are supposed to speak for approximately 2 minutes. Until the person says, okay, stop, that's enough content, I would advise you to speak for 2 to 2.5 minutes. The total test time is approximately 2.5 hours, 2 hours 30 minutes. The mode of the test which is accepted for Australian visas at the moment, whether it's a student visa, whether it's a temporary residency visa, 485 work visa, or a 189, 190, 186 skilled visa, whichever visa you're applying for Australia, you have to do the paper-based test. Right now, at the time of this video, there are 2 test centers in Australia for Langcert Academic. One is in Melbourne, the second one is in Sydney. I am 100% sure very soon you will have a center in every major city of Australia. It is just a matter of time, probably a few days, and you will see more test centers come up. The result is generally within 5 business days. Mostly it's going to be 3 business days, but worst case scenario, just like PT, 5 business days. Now, in this video, we have clearly covered how many points in Langcert do you need, because this is a common question which people ask. Now, guys, I hope all of you know in PTE, the scores which you get in each module are out of 90 points. In Langcert, those are out of 100 points. So these are called, there's a reference standard called CEFR, Common European Framework Reference. So those are bands C1, C2, B1, B2, A1, A2, and there are equivalent scores. Now let's talk about a band 7 each equivalent score, which will give you 10 points for proficient English. So in listening you need 67, reading you need 71, writing 78, and speaking 82. You might feel, that, oh my god, I need to get 82 in speaking out of 100. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy. If right now, if you're getting 6 in PT, I'm pretty sure you can get 82 easily in Langcert speaking, easily. Also, writing 78 out of 100 seems hard. It is not that hard because they have a grading formula which makes it easier to achieve this score, much more easier than it looks. Now, let's talk about superior English for 20 PR points. Listening should be 80, reading should be 83, writing should be 89, and speaking should be 89. Remember, all these scores are out of 100. Now, the only website in the world right now which has actually developed an actual portal where you can log in, take sectional mock tests, full mock tests, plus you will get access to our templates for writing is mockmaster.ai. If you haven't made an account, make it now. You can log in, you can take 1 sectional test for free with live AI scoring, instant feedback, detailed feedback with your actual LanguageCert global score and a CEFR score also. So it's already live. You can check out the pricing as well. Just go to the website mockmaster.ai. By the way, we also have the Mockmaster app. It is already live. You can install it on your phone. At the moment, we have PT and NATI, these 2 tests on the app. Very soon, we'll be adding Langcert and IELTS and many more tests as well. Lastly, the Langcert academic test results are valid from 3 years from the test date for Australian PR purposes. And this is as per the Department of Home Affairs. I'm Malcolm. Good luck. If you are confused which test is the right test for you, PT, IELTS or LanguageCert, I would say give it a try, attend a free trial class with us. You can find out the information in the comment section and on our website as well. I'm Malcolm. Good luck.